Hello everybody, Retrobeard here. How you doing on this fine Monday afternoon? Or at least it's afternoon this time. I'm doing pretty good. Thought I'd try something a bit different today, although that's how I feel every day really. Before I get started, I just want to say, if you enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, give me a comment, and all that fun stuff. It's much appreciated. I thought today I would explore this rare replay edition I've got, and I didn't realise before that it's got a few Sinclair Spectrum games on it. I'm assuming they're the Sinclair Spectrum ports, just like Jetpack was. Although I played that a while back separately. I didn't play it on the actual collection. It seems to be the collection, and there's several separate games that are part of the collection. So, but no, there's more on here than what I realised. So, I thought I'd give that a delve and see if these are the Sinclair Spectrum versions of games that I haven't played in, well, over 30 years. Probably more, closer to 35 years. So, I don't expect to be very familiar or good, but it's worth exploring the collection in general and seeing what's on here. I played that the other day, didn't like it. Jetpack, there it is. That's the Spectrum version. I'm not familiar with that game, but I might know it when I see it. Gunfight, perhaps might know it when I see it. Grabbed by the Ghoulies. Yeah, I'm vaguely familiar with that. Digger T-Rock, not sure it's familiar. Bad Fur Day, Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Ah, yes. Looks like I do have that game. My friend Crazy Carranza was right. I do have Conquer's Bad Fur Day. Cobra Triangle, not sure. Blast Corpse, familiar. Battletoads, arcade, yeah, familiar with it. Battletoads, yeah, familiar. Banjo Tooie, I wasn't very good at that, but I need to do some more research on that one before I play it again, before I insult it any further. It's got a few of the other parts in the series. Attic Attack, I'm hoping that's the Sinclair Spectrum version. Go the other way. I didn't start at the beginning. Okay. Killer Instinct Gold. That's a good one to have, because back in the day, everybody wanted to play that game. That was a contender for the beat-em-up crown. Night Law. I'm hoping that's the Sinclair Spectrum version, because I had to play that. It was a 3D isometric game. Lunar Jetman, yeah, vaguely familiar with that one. Perfect Dark, familiar with that. Vaguely. Another one, Zero, the sequel. Pro-Am, that rings a bell. This is a very generous compilation, this is. Saber Wolf, yeah, that rings a bell. Yeah. Rings a bell. Solar Jetman, yeah, of course. I think this has got a few Spectrum games. Oh, wow. That's a good one to have. Quite a generous collection. Look at that. I paid next to nothing. Attic Attack, can't believe that. It's interesting they've got Sinclair Spectrum games on here. I know in the lineage of the company, in the history, they were either descended from or bought out a software company that is originally. I don't know if it was Elite Play the Game, the Elite company, or not, I'm not sure, but it makes sense. I'm going to try Attic Attack. Hello, Matthews Gomes. Sorry if I mispronounce it. Only because I'm not familiar with the pronunciation. How are you? Hello, Cauldron. Yes, rare. But look, the Sinclair Spectrum port. Oh wow, I haven't played this game for about 35 years. I could just stare at it with my mouth open. 1983, so I was 5 when that came out. I remember it. Look at those graphics. Sinclair Spectrum has such a unique look to it. Ultimate Play the Game, I was right. I was quite, yeah, Ultimate Play the Game, that's it. They must have became Rare, or Rare bought them out. So that Rare has got one hell of a lineage then, a lineage going back like most of my life. I'll give it a go. I remember it, but I don't remember strategies or anything like that. And there's no muscle memory. I just have very blurry memories of this. So let's give it a go. Blah, blah, blah. Just start the game up so I can die. Yeah, the loading screen. Yeah. Specky games were quite an investment because, as I'm sure you know, they would run on cassette. So you'd spend like 5 or blooming 10 minutes loading the game up. And all these coloured lines would be making beeping noises. The noises they make when they're loaded, were very similar to the dial-up modems on early PCs. You know, that kind of dial tone type noise, I suppose you could call it. That's how the game sounded. And they'd make different noises as they load. And then you'd get that picture come up as it was halfway loaded. And that was a good sign the game might work. Because specky games only worked about half the time. But when you got to the goodliness, you appreciated it. Night, Wizard Surf. I don't even remember this screen. I'll go as Night. I mean, look at these graphics. What more do we need? Proper specky noises. This is Gauntlet for people who are on the old days. I tell you what, this is a lot easier than using the keyboard. Because originally we never had a joystick because you had to have an interface for a joystick. We had just a keyboard, and then when my dad bought an interface that you plug in the back, and you can plug a joystick into it using a similar plug port to what's on the Genesis. Yeah, and these joysticks were these great big things. We break them every few years, every few months. I don't know if there's more I can do than this. See the colour clash? Oh! Oh! Different room. I didn't even know I could do that. I mean, come on, what fun we had in playing this game. Well, that was one of the models of it, and then the one afterwards we got the 48K one that had plastic keys. Then after that, then a few years after that, for Christmas, my parents got us a 128K one, which had a built-in cassette recorder and built-in joystick port. So we were living in the future then. I had a very privileged life. Look at the colour clash. Oh. They did so much with so little, didn't they? Oh wow, look at these 3D graphics. It is 3D graphics, isn't it? Go away, witch. Oh, man. Oh. You know what? I love this. I don't know if to people who never had a Spectrum if this is appealing or if this just looks laughable, but... Epic. Oh, I'm not dead. Although this isn't exactly a system pusher, you know what I mean? This isn't the best the Specky could do. This isn't one of its greatest moments. It was just a fun game that we had in the early days of it. Some of the games were system pushers like every console. I'll tell you what, my fingers are killing. my controller batteries are low. That's what I want to hear. It's great, but you get repetitive strain in your fingers. You need an auto fire, really. Oh, it does auto fire. God, I'm so stupid. Look, I've been pressing it for nothing. It just auto fires. Oh. Gotta get out of here. Gotta get out of here. Leaves a little grave when I die. So I don't even have to moan about pressing it. It had an auto fire all along. I want to get the goodliness. I want to get there. I wish this Specky got more representation on the games compilations you can buy for your Xboxes and PlayStations and stuff. Because it's a massive part of history. And with thanks to YouTube, more and more Americans and people around the rest of the world are learning about it. So I think there is a market for it. They did an Atari collection. Oh, is that it? Now what? Yeah, I will do. I'll swap the control pad. Turn off controller. Excuse me. I'm back with my second controller. I'll try the wizard, see what power he has. Oh, it's more aesthetic, is it? One could argue that this is a sort of granddaddy to Gauntlet, or the first of the dungeon crawling games, isn't it? Because this predates Gauntlet. I believe the Atari had a Gauntlet ancestor game as well, didn't it? I can't remember the name right now. In the arcades, at least, it did. Interesting. Same as I played an RTS game on the Specky way back in the early 80s called Stonkers. I recommend you check it out. Stonkers, as in like us having a stonker, you know, Stonkers. It's very much an RTS ancestor, and that was way before Dune or Command & Conquer or Herzog's Zwei, or Zwei, whatever it's called. Herzog's Zwei, yeah. Well before that. It was early 80s. It was definitely an RTS ancestor game. This game's also demonstrating respawning, like how massively multiplayer role-playing games do. Switching. Yeah, a Specky compilation on the Switch with all of the stops pulled, and you've got like 200 or 300 games of the classics, and they've actually paid the money to get the licenses and resurrected the games. It would be, I'd buy a Switch just for that. Well, I prefer if it came to the Xbox, obviously. It's even better to not buy a new console, but on the go would be nice. Oh, there's a health bar on the right. I didn't even see that. A chicken that goes down. This game is pioneering, isn't it? Oh, he spawned on top of me. I'm not very good at it, but I like it. Ah, oh, door closed. Darn it. Same as the Commodore 64 and the Amstrad CPC. They had pretty tasty libraries as well in the 8-bit era. I feel a bit sorry that North America only had the, well, mainly had the NES, because with the prices of cartridge games, to get a substantial library, you'd need to be a really well-off person. You couldn't do it on if you were poor. I mean, even a poor person on a Specky could have hundreds and hundreds of games. I should know, because I was that poor person. 1984, look at that, the vault. I want to party like it's 1984. All you needed. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? A health bar in these days, though, you know, that was special. So was the dungeoneering elements of this, the item collection elements, like food and things. This is quite a game to be impressed with for its time. Many innovative features, respawning, multiple paths. Yeah, well, life was normal, obviously, but this is no mere arcade game, is it? This is quite a gauntlet Diablo ancestor. I want to go in there, 1984. I suck at this game though. I love it. Yeah, I'm impressed with that. I might try something else. How do you get out of it? How do I abandon ship? Main menu, that thing. Take me to the menu. No, not that. Take me to your leader. Oh, I don't want to do that. Oh, I don't know how to escape it. Ah, here we go. Exit game. Yes, I'm sure. My progress is not needed to be saved. I've been awarded a stamp. New rare revealed content. Wow. What else do we have? No. Battletoads, I'll pass on that for now. I wanted to try out the Spectrum titles. Ones that I know definitely. Well, I've seen. Don't want any more jetpack today. Night Law. I'll try Night Law. I remember that game. It was an isometric game. Very good. Oh yes. Once again, when did this come out? 1984. Look at those isometric graphics. We might not have colours, but the actual graphical fidelity of the 3D isometric graphics, I mean, this was a problem-solving game. Oh yeah, I remember this. I was absolutely rubbish at it because I was a little kid with no patience. Now I'm a big kid with no patience. Look at that. Oh, that was our loading screen. I tell you, when I was a young child, and the loading screen would come up with that picture, I would think, can't wait one day in the future when graphics are that good in the actual game. That's what I used to think. Oh my, I had no idea what was coming, did I? Look at this. This is just how it used to look as well. Impressive. You've got night and day cycle in the bottom right of the screen. I remember you could push objects and stuff. I'll turn into a werewolf. The only problem was my rather low IQ didn't do me many favours in this game, so I can't do that yet, I don't think. I don't want to be a human now, that slime's there. Wow! Oh, he got me. Run! Head over heels. I'm very impressed you remember that game. How much is that doggy in the window was the theme tune? I think this predates Head Over Heels. I remember us buying that from the market because I live in a market town and we actually have a medieval market that, of course, sells modern things, but the market goes back to the medieval times. And we used to buy games for £1 or £1.99 with our pocket money every week when we were kids. Good times. Okay. It was a good game. We were paying, like, with the price difference between games, I mean, we were buying like 20 games for the price of every one cartridge, and then of course with the pirating option with cassette recorders, we were buying blank cassettes and filling them with games. We could, you know, having a collection of hundreds of these awesome games was pennies. I didn't feel lucky at the time, but looking back, I am. I mean, don't get me wrong. To the NES, there is a certain premium feel to the NES back then, but there's something nice about never saying, I'm bored of my games. I never said that as a kid. I had every genre, multiple different games, you know. Also, because it was a microcomputer, you had PC-like features to it for the time. I used to enjoy making my own programs. I used to buy magazines with code, and you'd make little programs, and almost like things like a calculator, which sounds stupid now, but back then that was quite awesome. No, 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 no! I was too slow! This guy has no self-defense abilities. Now what am I going to do? Sergeant Bilko over there. No, no, don't! I'm fumbling! Man, that's me. I can't blame the game for that. Yeah, transforming is not what I want to do right now. There's a lot of AI behaviour to these creatures. It's brilliant. Right, he's in there. If I'd known Rare Replay had Spectrum games, I'd have bought it years ago. I regret chucking away my Spectrum and all my games. Some of them games are worth a fortune now. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what abilities the werewolf has, but something I'll tell you, which you probably know, Sinclair Spectrum games were one-button games. Your joystick had one button with one function, so games only had a certain amount of functionality, unless they evolved the keyboard to supplement it or instead. So at this point, there probably wasn't the functionality of jumping and hitting. It was unless you have the keyboard. Or you do something like press the button and up to jump, and press the button on its own to hit, or press the button and down to do a low kick, that kind of thing. I did it! Yay! Now look how high you can jump. These bit of information, out of all the microcomputers of that era, the 8-bit era, the Sinclair Spectrum had the powerfulest CPU. Although it had no dedicated graphics technology, it had the best CPU. Sort of like the Genesis versus the SNES. The SNES had greater graphics architecture, but the Genesis was famous for its blast processing. So you could say the Speccy was the Genesis of its time. Yeah, that was a bit much for me. 4%. Overall rating poor. Boo-hoo-hoo. Press A to start. Let's get my keyboard out. It's called this way. God. My depth perception's fantastic, eh? Jump, 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 jump. Oh, if you touch it even. He's the most fragile guy in the world. Jump. Patience, Skywalker. Patience. Patience you must have, yes. What have I gone there for? What am I doing? Oh, it was merciful. I think the transformation is just to gimp you halfway through a jump and stuff. Oh god, look at the timing I need here. Now I see why as a child I couldn't get very far in this game. Oh man. I think this is a game I'd like to watch someone play rather than play myself. Nothing's changed from when I was like 6 years old. Great game though. These weren't games for idiots, were they? Ah, that's my kind of idiot one. But you feel like you're in a world. A whole new world. Don't you dare murder me. Run, 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 run. Yeah, it's pitiful, isn't it? But it does give you the feeling of being in a vast world. I tell you a game I really enjoyed on the Specky, The Hobbit. There used to be a Hobbit text adventure game. You know those games like where it's like go north, go east, go west? That was a great game. Is that present? Teleportation. Am I dying? Is it not teleportation? Am I simply dying and I think it's teleportation? What about if I run for the toy? Not now, you twit. Oh, that was pitiful. Yeah, the game is massive, isn't it? I'd love to see someone good at playing it, who's not me. Mario, over his head. Oh. No Mario. It's me, Wittio. I'm a werewolf with no combat skills. Simply touch me and I dissolve. Please don't transform me. Let's go around it. No. No, no. What am I doing? I shouldn't have done that, should I, Harry? Physics. I love these physics, even if I have just botched the level. 5%. I am a conqueror of this land. What a game. I'll have one more go on this one before I go insane. Love it. I'm trying to think of any more game. There was another good game called Viking Raiders, where it was sort of like a turn-based strategy game, and you had a boat and a base camp and some Vikings. Yeah, that's true. That's very true, I agree, but it was just nice because it was The Hobbit. Then it's Viking Raiders, and you have these Vikings, and you have opponents. I think it's up to three opponents, and they can be computer or human because it's turn-based. It was a 4-player game on this machine, you would move, and your men would move in any straight line direction for as far as. Could you set the distance, or did they just walk it? I can't remember. I think you would set the distance of how far they'd move, and you'd estimate it. And your aim is to get your man on their castle, and there's a chance you'll destroy it, and then you win. You win that race. And any of their men then turn to your colour and your cause. So you want to keep your castle blocked, and you can build new troops and new forces. And you also have catapults, which you would guess the direction and the distance. And you fight each other, and there's like obstacles like drinking horns. If your men hit a drinking horn, they become drunk, and then the AI controls it, and they fight all of you. But if an enemy has a drunk troop and you run your man into it, then he turns to your cause, I believe. It was really good, and you'd pick which Viking you wanted to be, like Walton the Wicked and stuff. It was a really good game. I'd love to get a game like that online, playing it with people. Fantastic. Really competitive as well. Oh, that wasn't very fortunate. I can't predict his movements, he's too fast. Yeah! Yeah, I'm not going to go up there, I'm going to bypass that. Oh, this twit again. Yeah, please don't transform. I'm a werewolf with no powers. I didn't appreciate back then just how many advanced concepts were in these games. I'm not entirely convinced they were for kids. Run, Luke, run! Oh! The AI in this game is fascinating. I'm not even convinced it moves to a pattern. I think it just does what the hell it wants. You know what I'd love to see? A film or TV series, live action, based upon the old Dungeons and Dragons cartoons. Done properly and authentically, with no modern deviations or stuff done to it, just done properly. Oh god, depth perception. I know. No, 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 no. Oh, actually I've succeeded, what I'm upset about. Yeah, I'm not getting that crystal ball. Please stop chasing me. I'm weak. I think I'm going in a circle. Oh, the crystal ball has no function. That's annoying. I thought it might be a reward. Clear away! I love going in circles. I'm just pleased I'm not dead yet. Am I going to a secret land? No. Just my own death. Maybe if I move the blocks, there's a secret door. Oh, I'll never know. Oh man. I did all that for nothing. Let me out. Pressure on people. I'm a prisoner. So it's a one-way ticket. I don't understand what I've got to do. I don't get it. There must be a purpose. Is it a secret? Yeah, please not now. Please put me on that. Up there, up there. No, you get. Well, that's me stumped. I don't know what to do, so I'm going to sacrifice myself for a better world. Goodbye, cruel Earth. 6%, I'm the man. I'm going to leave on that note though, but it drives me insane. Exit game. My progress. What we got now? Lunar Jetman. I believe I played that back in the day. I'll have a look. I'll know when I see it. Oh yes, I remember this. Sequel to Jetpack. You can't destroy missile bases to save Earth from alien assault. 1983. Look at that. That is impressive for 1983. I remember this one well. Well for how old I would have been. It's the pictures. They're innovative. Beautiful. That was our loading screen. 2-player features as well. I mean, look at it. Oh, I'm struggling a bit with control. You get in the vehicle. For some reason I remember something to do with the vehicles. But if... Hey, please don't kill me. I want to do something. Yeah, it's not giving me much of a chance to learn it as games were in these days. Yeah. And it's not... Apart from the flickeriness, which I don't think that's the specky, I think that's just poor emulation. It's visually quite impressive. Look how colourful it is. Unfortunately, it's cruel. It's not letting me learn. It's just putting me into the thick of it, as these games did. I'm not quite getting the controls down. I mean, there's not many controls, but it just... Do you know what I mean? I remember this game. But this might explain why it's vague, because it's a beast. You can't learn because you're dead in 2 seconds. And the Xbox controller isn't playing with this very nicely. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to be in this one. I'm going to have much of a future together. Logging in and dying in 2 seconds don't do much for me. I guess some of the past is rose-tinted spectacles, isn't it? In addition, we didn't expect as much from games. Yeah, it is good, isn't it? Oh. Yeah. Yeah, technically it's quite an impressive game. Very colourful and detailed. Lots of sprites, and look at the 3D effect of the those rectangular squares. That's quite an impressive trick. Just a little bit intense. I've not actually had a chance to learn what to do because I'm just... Maybe they don't respawn. Perhaps it's a finite amount of things. I don't know what I meant to do because I can't live long enough. Maybe meant to blow up that base. Oh, it's got... I won't be playing this one for much longer. It's a bit annoying. It's not very responsive on the controls. Like your laser gun affects your jetpack. Game over. Yeah, I'm gonna. I know I'm a wuss, but that one's a little bit stressful for me, so I'm gonna. Seek out and destroy missile base, save Earth from alien assault. Maybe I'll get a bit of practice and return to it someday. What we got? Else we got? RC Pro-Am. I don't think that's a Spectrum game. Saberwolf, that rings a bell. What's that? Oh, I remember this. It's the all that vegetation that gives me the memory. Memory of it, because you'd never forget that, would you? 1984, 1 to 2 players. Explore the jungle and recover a piece of an ancient amulet while avoiding the jaws of Saberwolf. Oh wow, look at this. Brutal. I can defend myself. Oh, he only can point sideways. Look, he's a proper gentleman. Ha ha! Old boy, stay away from me. Oh yeah, ha rather. I'll give it a try. The problem is, he can only pull his weapon to the side. How do we play these games? I guess we expected less. I've not got a sword. What's going on? Oh, is it my immunity? If I just stand here and swashbuckle, maybe they'll back off. Or not. I think we can all agree that specky games weren't very kid-friendly. Well, like games like this, I remember it because it's very distinct, but I don't have many memories of it, because obviously, what memories am I gonna make in a game that I die in 2 seconds, apart from memories of being annoyed? What am I supposed to do? Oh, I'm adventuring. Not staying around fighting. I hope my sword can stop rhinos. Wish that thing would go away. Really? Get out of the way, I want to go down there. Dude. What's the what? Oh, he can't fight downwards, can he? He can only fight to the side. Why is my weapon not working? I wish you could stab downwards. I don't know what's going on. But this game is amazing, but completely and utterly nuts. I want those. Yeah. Now we're cooking with. Oh, I got killed by Saberwolf. 5%. Wow. My initials. I've achieved something in my life. Laziness. Yes. Extremely challenging as well. I don't recommend it outside of just trying it to get the experience. Whew. I was either a really good games player when I was a kid, or I was happy dying repeatedly. I think it's probably the latter. Solar Jet Man. Underworld, that rings a bell. Let's have a look. Leap, climb, and fight your way through an ancient labyrinth while evading vicious monsters. Can you escape the underworld? Probably not. Let's see if I remember this one. I don't know what I'm doing. This guy's seen too much Matrix. Whoa, I know Kung Fu, dude. I'm getting achievements. A whole new world. I'm amazing this game. I don't even know what I'm doing. Wow. I was amazing. What the heck am I doing? What do you think of this game? I think this game was ambitious for the technology. Not exactly a hardware pusher though. When the Sebeki did games that pushed the hardware, it left consoles like the Atari 2600 in the dust. But then you see games like this, and possibly the 2600 could have done something like this. Probably not all the textures, but oh, those bubbles take you up, I guess. I jumped again. I'm too twitchy for these games. I think those monsters don't hurt you. I think they troll you. Oh, I did it again. Oh, I did it again. If I just stand on the crate, he don't just walk, he has to do all this nonsense, you see. Oh my god. Problem is, you can't walk onto the crater, so you got to jump, but your jumping's too... Oh, I was on that... No, you little... You knocked me off. Okay, I'm staying in that bubble. Don't you dare knock me off, or I will do something. You bloody rabbit. Excuse my French. This game is exceptionally annoying. Hope this is amusing. You're just being trolled by these things. They can't help you, but they hinder you. Look. Look, they knock it. I'm not even touching the character and they knock you about. Okay, I'm on there. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. You goit. Yeah. I just want to go on a bubble and be in peace. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. It's my bubble and I'm staying on it. No. That's certainly true. How many secret powers, like weapons, to kill these things? Is he a pacifist, this guy? If I was going into the underworld, I'd take, you know, some weapons, like even a simple pickaxe or something, so I can chop these things up. He's got... Oh, darn it, I was taught... Oh, there we go. Leave me alone, leave me alone. This guy needs to stop being a pacifist. What evil devil made this game? No. Oh, I'm too twitchy. I did that. Man. I'm sorry. That game gives you high blood pressure. Yes, I'm sure. I'm not indecisive. Brutal game. I want to see someone who's actually good play these games now. No, no. Let's try this. Have a look. Oh, it's that one we played last time, isn't it? The futuristic one, I think. Oh no. Gather fuel and move resources to move between worlds you hunt for scattered parts of your golden warship. Fully permitting. Solar Jetman. Keep giving me those achievements. Oh, this can't be the Sinclair Spectrum. This looks a bit too graphically. Is this an NES game? That is not the Specky. That's more like NES or. That's annoying. It looks more like a very bad quality NES game or something. Or maybe a Commodore 64 or Amstrad CPC. Yeah, definitely not Specky. I wish. Maybe Amstrad CPC perhaps. Where's weapon? 2 buttons, it can't be Specky. Oh, not more It's an inertia-based game. I hate these things. I've lost my ship already. Oh, I hate these because you're always reacting. So it's a pretender to the crown of the game. Or a continuation to the series, depends how you look at it. Oh great, touching things kills you on these games. Oh, that's not functional. Everything I touch kills me. That hurts me as well. Thrust, that rings a bell. Thrust, thrust. I don't like it very much. I'm not really impressed with this, it's alright. But if you've got a more powerful computer than a Specky, you wouldn't play this, would you? Let's just be honest. Oh, these controls are so awful. Oh, man. I don't know how to do it. I can barely cope carrying that crystal. That diamond, whatever it is. Oh, no. No, 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 no. That... No. Give me tight controls, please. I deserve an achievement just for trying that abomination. No, I don't want to see the video. Thrust, that rings a bell though. Snake, rattle and roll. about this. This rings a bell. This certainly isn't the Specky version. It's much more like the NES. Grabbed by the ghoulies. Okay, I'll have a quick go on it before I go. I'll play this again tomorrow, and I'll have a proper go on it as well, because I'm going in a couple of minutes, because as Cauldron pointed out, time's getting on. So I'll have a quick go and grab by the ghoulies. It'll be like literally a couple of minutes. But then if you come back tomorrow, I'll have a proper go. I'm always here at the same time, so it's not a problem to find me. Yeah, and I'll go back to that RC game tomorrow as well, because we've not finished this collection really, have we? This was an Xbox game, wasn't it? Original Xbox. But yeah, Chris, bear with me. I'll have a proper go tomorrow on this, because I am almost done. I still play one rare game, Sea of Thieves. I play it a little bit. I don't play it on my own. Ah yes, I thought it was original Xbox. I think I've got it on the backwards compatibility program already. I think it was one of the freebies one month. I might be wrong. It's my game. I don't need a fancy name. I'm only dipping my toes in the water. Too many options. Just let me play the game. Why do I get the feeling this game requires a bit more than 2 minutes? Ah, classic haunted house cliche. A bit creepy. Yeah. Well, tomorrow I'll play it, this rare replay again, and I'll give this game a proper go, and I'll give RC Racer a proper go and do them all justice. I think a lot of people play this game at Halloween time. Baron von Ghoul. He's a bit vindictive, isn't he? Good chin, though. Oh, he's got supernatural powers. And he kidnaps women. Or girls, whatever she is. Wow. I've had enough time just to play the starting sequence. It'll make tomorrow all the better. Nice quality comic strip graphics. I quite like the art style. I'm assuming the Xbox is upscaling it and cleaning up a little bit because it looks quite nice. That's where Sony's gone wrong. If they would have done this level of love to their old PlayStation 2 games and stuff, it would be amazing. I know they're doing so well, so they're not really bothered, but they could do even better. Uh-oh. Well, I'm nearly done. Once this cartoon's played out, I'll go and then play this properly tomorrow. I'll see if it'll let me save me progress so I can come back straight here without watching that again. It's the generation, that generation, the PlayStation 2 and Xbox and GameCube generation, they obviously had a similar level of fidelity and programmers were doing similar tricks and traits and themes, so I get a feel for the whole generation, like I do with the 16-bit generation and the 32-bit generation. They've all got a comparable feel to them and look, even though they've got very distinct hardware. I don't know, maybe it's in my head. Could be. I'm gonna call it there if it'll let me save. Oh, come on, no save. What do you like? That means I'd have to watch that again. Is there a way of saving? Okay. I'll take it on the chin. I really must be going. It's up this. I haven't got time. I've got to go now. I've been here over an hour, and I do have things. I do spend just usually sort of an hour a day. So I know it's annoying. I did say that. I did give that disclaimer when I booted it up. But tomorrow I'll play it. I will. Tomorrow I'll be on my usual time. So I'll go straight into this tomorrow. Spend some time, and then when I start getting weary of it, I'll play the RC game, but I do need to go. Forgive me. I didn't realise when I loaded it up I was getting a 10-minute cutscene. Otherwise I'd have played it straight away. Yep. I'm like a bad smell, I keep coming back. The only day I don't do is Saturday, and then I do my retro ramblings one where I just talk rubbish. I've also started working on my retrospective videos as well. So there'll be an extra, or sort of like the videos I did when I first started the channel. Those sort of videos are returning. I'm working on one right now. It's nearly finished, but I keep on having to write more to the script for that one because the footage is a lot longer than the talking. But it should be done in a few days. So about once a month, I'll have a retrospective video on there. I'll have these 6 days a week of streaming, and I'll have me retro rambling. So I'll have quite a lot of content, really. Not bad for the amount of time I have. So some people do less content with much more time. I know people have got better quality, but still, it's nice to have things to look at. But yeah, so I'm afraid I'm gonna have to go. I've got things to do. Yes, I'll be back. I will come back tomorrow. 4 PM my time, which is whatever it was an hour ago. That's when I come on. Easy way of saying it, maybe. So with that, I am going to go. Thank you everybody for watching, and appreciate it. I'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow, as I've said about 20 times now. I'm just repeating myself. Take care. If anybody watching this now or later when it's a video enjoy my content, please like, subscribe, share, click the notification bell, leave me a comment, troll me, whatever, and I will see you all tomorrow. Thank you very much. This is RetroBeard signing off. See ya. Well, there you go, 11 Eastern Standard Time. Or 4 PM GMT, so whatever your time zone is.